Some of the obstacles that we have to overcome as students of color are microaggressions. Microaggressions are subconscious statements that have a negative connotation, such as, "Oh, you really speak good English for an African American person," or "Wow, I wouldn't have never thought you're from Mexico." You know, those sort of comments that are not always meant to be negative, but can be in some way derogatory towards you, are what microaggressions are not only based on ethnicity, but they are also based on gender, sexuality, um, and also economic status, among many other things.
Another obstacle students have to overcome, and commonly students of color have to overcome, is something called banking education. And in banking education, it's a method used by teachers in institutions, in educational institutions. And through banking education, students are given less of a voice. They're not taught to share their opinion with the teachers or to challenge what the teachers are saying. Instead, they are taking everything that the teacher is saying, and rather than critically analyzing it, they are trying to soak it up and soak it in order to do better or well on tests, and in order to get better grades, instead of trying to critically think about the teachers.
How about you?
Another obstacle that you'll face as a student of color is a myth called meritocracy, and that's when nothing else aside of your merit gets accounted for. So what they don't take into consideration would be your race, your sexuality or your gender, and your economic status. A way that you can challenge the myth of meritocracy is to know that merit isn't everything, and your daily experience is also valid. Validating your daily experiences and challenges.
To solve the problem of banking education, teachers need to be willing to change their teaching methods and to create a type of environment where students are more comfortable in sharing their opinions, to show love and kind-heartedness throughout the educational experience of their students. The students have a role in the solution to banking education as well. The students need to be willing to incorporate their ideas and voice their opinions, as well as show that they care and the fact that they think their own education is important. And by doing that, they would challenge the teachers in the classroom. It also gives students a different feeling towards education and their learning experience.
You can't ever truly get rid of microaggressions, but something that you can do is, first of all, learn what microaggressions are as a student and as faculty, and also kinda when somebody says a microaggression towards you or towards somebody else, you know, go aside and tell that person, you know, this, and it kind of made me feel this way, and kind of explain to them the racist or maybe gender-based comment that they said, and kind of, you know, what I say can affect how others feel.
Something that has had a great benefit in my life is being involved in groups, or groups that I love, groups that talk about current events or talk about the situations that I'm interested in. And I encourage you students to go out and branch out to these groups, and to get involved in things that you love, because it will help you in the future. It'll help you become a more well-rounded person. It will give you confidence and help you continue on with your future educational goals?
Something that has been beneficial to my experience as a student of color is being culturally aware and embracing my culture and getting involved in like cultural activities. Know your culture, maybe get more involved, ask your parents, you know, your heritage, where you come from, and maybe even getting involved in like a certain group that has to do with your culture, or a certain maybe dance group that you feel like displays your culture in a beautiful way. That culture is really what makes all of us unique, and culture is kind of like our secret weapon because it gives us more of a character. And make sure you own your culture and you're proud, and you're always proud of it. Confidence is key. Keep it real. Love yourselves. Culture is what makes you awesome. You're different.
Recibe lo que da, nada es más simple.